from Chantal. Dear Chris, I've been living happily these past 4 weeks in the year 1985. Literally, not figuratively. The actual era.
Welcome to Jester Jesters. It is March 1st, 2021, or at least it is when you are. I am your host, Chantal Feduchin-Pate. If you watched last week's episode, you'll know that I'm coming to you from 1985 this week. My background's the same as it was in 2021, but that's just because I took a picture of it and then blew it up to like poster size and then brought that with me to 1985 where I am now. So it looks the same as it does in 2021, where I'm not. The boys, they've been working on this time machine for a while now. And even though I'm pretty new to the crew, I still thought that I was just as eligible to use it for the first time as any of them. And I ended up winning the coin toss to go first, which Jonathan was pretty pissed off about. And anyways, you could choose to go anywhere and any when that you wanted to. And I actually chose going to America, where I'm from, and going to 2085. As I thought it'd be really great to sort of see how far society has progressed, how far the women's movement has advanced, just general equality and progression for society. I was really looking forward to that. But Jonathan, that little prankster, also still a bit pissed off, I think, that I was going first. He changed it last minute to 1985. Because he thought it'd be really like lols to see me go back in time and, experience the wacky 80s. So here I am in 1985 as a single, unemployed 40-year-old woman with no transferable skills. So it's been pretty rough. Trying to get a job, it's been tough out there. That film, Working Girl, that's not out yet. That hasn't come out for about 3 years. So the whole idea of like equality in the workplace and women being treated generally with respect and, the fact that we can work just as hard as men, that whole thing hasn't really gotten a toehold in society just yet. So it's been tough to make rent, to be honest. I've managed to get a few nights as a bartender / waitress at this bar. I have to wear a pretty demeaning outfit, but it's literally all I can get. So there's that. I've hit up the dating scene here. That's been hit and miss. Generally speaking, the kind of men who are single at my age or older in the mid 80s are kind of single for a reason, or they're divorced, and divorce is still pretty taboo back now. So it's generally a lot of divorced dads. It's a lot of drinking problems that I just witness a lot through dating. So also safe sex isn't really a thing yet, like I know that AIDS is, wreaking havoc, but no one else really knows that yet. That hasn't really got a grip on the general consciousness just yet. So the suggestion of like a prophylactic, I'm getting a lot of pushback on that. Both figuratively and literally being physically pushed back when I mentioned that. So that's been tough, I tried comedy here. I thought I'd hit up the comedy scene, but the comedy clubs, they're all run by quite sexist men. It's a bit of an old boys club vibe, they don't really think that women should be on stage telling jokes. I managed to get on once around 1 a.m. and I just got a lot of, show us your tits from the audience. It's that vibe still. And the men that were backstage that run the club weren't really very helpful for me. They kind of joined in actually with the audience chanting that at me throughout my whole set. A lot of rape jokes going on, just general offensive. They basically don't really sort of respect women in general, much less as comedians, and yet they're the ones in charge. So it's been hard for me to sort of, get in there. So I suppose in that respect, it's kind of nice and comforting to know that some things never change. So there's that. I thought it'd be fun to see my parents. So I bumped into them. I'm actually a bit older than them now, which is utterly terrifying. And they're also at a sort of higher level than me in society. You know, they have quite good jobs, and so they kind of look down on me, I think, as a single 40-year-old unemployed woman with no transferable skills. But I got chatting to him at a bar, and we had an okay time. They basically told me that I was a mistake. You know, they were talking about their little girl, which is me, and basically it came out that they weren't really planning me and I was an accident. So I kind of wish I didn't know that, but I suppose it helps explain a lot. So, you know, every cloud. That's the other thing. I've been here before, you see, as a kid. So a lot of the whole culture shock element of time travel, which I was really looking forward to in 2085, a lot of that's kind of not really happened for me, because I remember the music and the movies and the fashion, and, you know, I mean, I already had this shirt. I just brought it with me. I just fit in clothes-wise. It hasn't been the shock that I thought it would be when I was going to the future. So that element of it has been a bit of a dead end. So yeah, it's just been a bit tough, I'll be honest. I sort of can't wait to get back to the future. And I've been talking to a few different people, like scientists here that I found. Of course, the time machine broke on the way here, like they always do. So it felt a bit like a one-shot deal, but I'm really hoping to try and get it working again so I can get back to you guys. But anyways, enough about that. Before I left, I did get a look at tonight's lineup, and it looks like a real belter. So you guys are in for a great show. Wish I was there to watch it with you. But anyways, have an amazing night tonight, and enjoy your first act. Here they are.
Of hand lotion, thought that I had more than enough. What with me hand washing devotion, me skin is ashy and rough. I feel parched, I feel dry. I've never been so mortified. I've searched low, I've searched high. I'm dehydrated, and I'll tell you why. All of the luxury hand cream gift sets ever given to me, squeezed and scraped the barrel, and they're all gone. I declare a state of emergency. I've run out of hand lotion. Thought I had about 16 bottles of it, moisturising, scented balms and potions now left, and it's the most depressed I've ever been. In the morning when I rise, this is the first thing on my mind. Wash your hands, kitty, or you'll die. Put a little shea butter after they've dried. Thirsty cuticles, cracked knuckles and flaky paws. Nivea, Palmer's, Neutrogena all sold out, and I'm at my wit's end because I ran out of hand lotion. Thought that I had more than enough. What with me hand washing devotion, me skin is ashy and rough. Psoriasis and eczema, they're about to get me. I wash me hands so many bloody times in a day. I can't understand how we've got to this point. Mariah, tell them. Oh, baby. For God's sake, I can't do it anymore. They're too dry. They're cracking. No.
Many people reported that they were disgusted and upset about the experience. I mean, how do you think it felt to work there? It was scary.
When he does bring something, he's got it wrong.
Well, you think I don't know? I mean, you only have to eat here. We have to live with it. I had to pay his fare all the way from Barcelona, but you can't get the staff, you see. It's a nightmare.
You were supposed to be complaining to him.
It's okay. I'm a seamstress. I prefer to use the word seamstress. I believe a good direction, positive direction for human society is reducing unnecessary gendered terms from language. Usually the approach is to take what was established as the masculine form of a word, like with actor. That example makes sense to me. It's long been used as the general gender-neutral form of the word, and it appears a lot in historical records. The male version of the word seamstress is seamster. I feel intuitively like I've heard and read the word seamstress far more often, and it would be a shame to ditch such a beautiful word. So let's stick with seamstress, yeah? And leave seamster behind us. There. Mend. Don't make do. Perfect. My work here is done.
Hi there, yeah, fantastic. Great stuff, yep. Okay, no worries, yeah, I can help you with that. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, okay, no worries, okay, can do. Thanks, cup of tea. What? No, I'm on a call. Do it yourself. Sorry, Mrs. Havisham. Yes, no, I've got you a follow-up right away. I don't wanna. Look, some of us actually work from home, okay? No, seriously, just do it yourself. I don't wanna. Go on. Don't punch me. Whoa! Just a friendly punch. Okay. I give up. I give up. Okay. All right. Okay, fine. You're buying me lunch. Talk about a case of the Mondays.
Last night on a binge, I ate approximately half or slightly more than half of this large pizza, and I was very ill. You can probably see some blotchiness here on my face, and that's just the half of it. I was very ill. So much so that I have decided that I will never ever eat pizza again. It's like one of those horrendous hangover experiences. I will never ever eat pizza again. And moreover, if you ever see me eating a pizza, even if it's 10 or 20 years from now, I could be in an upmarket restaurant, you have my full permission to storm up to my table, rip the pizza from my mouth and any remaining pizza that's on my plate, knock it onto the floor and jump up and down on it repeatedly, screaming, "What are you doing? What are you doing? Do you remember how bad you felt back then, you know, that time? Do you remember? You idiot." Just make sure that it is me.
Hi, Sean.
Catherine, hello. And in the words of Janis Joplin, let's hear it from me and Debbie McGee as we say, welcome to 2 minutes of pattern math. Ask me a question.
Today, Sean,
Yes.
I'm asking, should we swap all bread for brioche?
Well, what a pointless thing to do, Catherine, because as someone who has been to Calais, I can tell you that brioche is just its other bread.
Is it fuck? It's cake.
It's other bread. It's a different bread. What are you talking about? How is it?
I mean, it's on the cake aisle in Aldi.
Right.
So it's cake.
All right. So if someone working at Aldi is in the cake aisle, they're cake, are they?
No, they're
Right.
a human person.
Well, that.
But if they got onto the shelves
Yeah.
and were cake, then yeah, sure, they'd be cake.
You just proved yourself wrong. But also, why would we want to do that? Why would we want to swap all bread for cake?
I don't know. I don't want to. I think that, you know, I'd feel sick eating all that cake.
Yeah. And also, if we were going to do that, go the whole hog. Don't mess around with like a ham sandwich, 2 bits of bread. Get 2 like Kipling's French fancies around a bit of Black Forest Gatto.
Oh, that sounds awesome. A nice, healthy, savoury lunch.
Exactly. All the food groups.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that is the end of the show. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm sure it was great. If you yourself want to be part of a future episode, do send in your submissions of about 5 or so minutes to the email address here. I hope it's there. It'll be somewhere. And maybe you can get on. Also, like, subscribe, all that crap we tell you to do every week that literally none of you do. While the episode was on, actually, here in 1985, I got chatting to my friend, Dr. White, who's helping me out with the time machine. And she said that actually I should be able to come back tomorrow. So I'll be there for next week's episode, which is great. And Jonathan Hearn is hosting next week. And it's really great because I got him a little gift from 1985, actually. I brought back some crack for him. That was a big deal back here in the 80s. So apparently next week he's going to be hosting the show while on crack. So that'll be fun. I've got it here in my little in my book bag. So yeah, I'll see you next week. Jonathan Hearn will be here hosting on crack. So see you then. Bye.